Hey, how's it going? Roby here. Welcome back to the channel. This is video number 2. And if you couldn't tell from the title, you can probably tell from the ball cap. We're going to be talking about the OMEGA Speedmaster. Now, that's not the only reason I'm wearing this cap. In fact, I'm going to give you a chance to win this cap for yourselves, along with a whole host of other prizes and some pretty cool swag from brands like ORIS and Marathon and TIMEX. You can read about that below in the comments section, but I'll let you do that on your own time, because today we're going to be talking about a special Speedmaster, the OMEGA Speedmaster 125. In fact, I've got it right here on my wrist. So why don't we get to it?
Are you ready?
While OMEGA has been crafting watches in La Chaux de Fonds since 1848, the Speedmaster line of chronographs is a product of the 20th century. Born trackside into adrenaline-charged air and the oily scent of motor fuel, the Speedmaster was originally designed as a racing watch, but the timepiece had loftier goals. In 1965, after a series of stringent tests, the Speedmaster was adopted by NASA as the official watch of the space program. Since then, the Speedmaster has accompanied Ed White on the first spacewalk and Buzz Aldrin as he stepped from Apollo 11 to the surface of the moon. The importance of the Speedmaster collection to OMEGA is impossible to exaggerate. In fact, in 1973, when the brand was celebrating its 125th birthday, OMEGA chose to commemorate the occasion with a special issue of the timepiece, the Speedmaster 125. The 125 was actually produced from 1973 until 1978. It measures 42 millimeters in diameter and 51 millimeters lug to lug. It's also 16 millimeters thick. Tonneau-shaped and predominantly brushed, the watch sports a finely polished chamfer along the top and bottom edges of the mid-case. The stationary bezel is buffed to a mirror-like shine. Unlike other Speedmasters, the 125 has an integrated bracelet as well. It is entirely brushed and appears like an extension of the case. It tapers significantly from 26 millimeters to a rather svelte 15 millimeters at the clasp. Arguably, more than any other reference, the story of the Speedmaster 125 is fraught with controversy. It has been both praised for its ingenuity and denounced as a design failure. On one hand, it is the world's first chronometer-certified automatic chronograph. On the other, it is also among the largest and the heaviest of all the Speedmaster models. It has been billed as chunky, unwieldy, and difficult to wear. So, what do I think? Well, it's my birth year watch. Of course, I bought one. The crowning achievement of the Speedmaster 125 is, of course, its chronometer-certified automatic chronograph movement. The 1041, developed for this, was based on the Lume 1340, which was produced exclusively for OMEGA and marketed as the 1040. The 1040 would be used in a number of Seamasters and Speedmasters, but the 1041 would be used exclusively in the Speedmaster 125. Speedmasters in space have a deep connection. The Speedmaster 125 is no exception, and ventured to the cosmos on 2 occasions. Both times, it was on the wrist of Soviet cosmonaut Vladimir Zahanibekov. In total, Zahanibekov spent 145 days in space and logged more than 8 hours of extravehicular activity.
Now, I'm not going to lie and say I didn't fret a little over my decision to buy the 125. In fact, even after I hit purchase, part of me wondered if maybe I'd made an error. The only thing that's better than owning a new watch is the hunt for a new watch. And when that hunt was over, I felt momentarily deflated. But all those fears, they melted away when I opened the box. I had an immediate connection with the 125. It's a rugged design, but it also has a degree of refinement as well. And it's like having a little bit of horological history on your wrist. In the end, my fears over its size were grossly exaggerated. I view it a little bit like I do, say, the Ploprof or the Flightmaster, for example. Heck, yeah, they're big watches, but they're also cool watches. Of course, part of me longs after the Speedmaster Professional, the Moonwatch, but, this is just my first Speedmaster. I suspect it won't be my last. Thanks for watching, guys.